If you walk into any camera store or if you scroll on YouTube for 5 minutes, then you're going to get flooded with so many camera options. ZV1, ZVE10, A7S3, A74, FX30, FX2. I'm telling you, it's overwhelming. So I'm going to give you some real truth. The right camera for your studio isn't always the most expensive one, so I'm breaking down the best camera for your studio in your content creation journey. You dig? Welcome back to Studio Life University, where we bridge the gap between creativity and business. They call me Split Decision, and I want to help you make an informed decision because we talking gear choices. And look, man, there's a lot of videos out here that talk this camera talk, right? But I'm not a videographer. You feel what I'm saying? But I understand what camera fits my specific workflow, and I'm telling you, I can help you upgrade and choose the proper camera that fits your workflow and your goals. So I gotta talk about cameras. Like I said, look, man, this deserves attention because all of these camera content creators are creating all this content about cameras, and man, I think they losing their mind, or they got me losing my mind. You feel what I'm saying? So feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. This is Studio Life University. Okay, so now this is what I need you to do. If you're thinking about getting a camera, and you definitely need a camera because we are living in a time of real content creation right now, so you got to upgrade on every level and you got to take it to a whole nother level. You feel what I'm saying? So this is what I need you to do. I need you to define your studio goals. That's right. Think in your mind, what in the world do you need to do? Because everybody is dropping all of these cameras, right? But this is what I want you to think about, because look, you're trying to upgrade, you're trying to be a content creation powerhouse. So what's your mission? I know you own a studio, but what is your mission? Are you making YouTube videos where speed and convenience matter? Are you building a podcast studio where you just need to, just need a clean, reliable visual? Are you aiming for like a cinematic short film? Are you doing branded content? What are you doing? Your camera is your tool. It should match your creative intent, not just kind of follow the trend. You understand? So this is what I want you to think of it like this. If you're a chef doesn't just grab the fanciest knife in the store. They grab the knife that fits the dish that they're cooking. You feel what I'm saying? So look, you in the kitchen, baking up something on an NPC, right? But guess what? We need to see that. So the same rules apply. Do you feel what I'm saying? So hey, if you feel what I'm saying, type, I definitely feel you. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, so now peep this. If you're just getting into trying to, figure some things out, entry level options, I gotta hit you with the entry level option. So peep this. This is what we doing, right? Starting small, but you want something, better than your phone. You feel what I'm saying? So this is what I recommend. Now, once again, I'm not a camera guy, but now I do own businesses. You got what I'm saying? But I'm a guy who come from nothing. I'm just like you, and I use broken English and all of that. So if you're starting, start small, but you want something better than your phone. And what I recommend personally, Sony ZV1. Wow. That's the Sony ZV1. First generation of Sony ZV1, right? Boom. So now let's say, the thing about this Sony ZV1, it doesn't have any lenses on it, right? So now you may think in your mind, you know what? I'm cool with cameras, but I'm kind of familiar. You feel what I'm saying? So another affordable option that pop up into my mind, if you are a content creator, is this Sony ZVE10. Wow, you see it. You feel me? That's it right there. Sony ZVE10. So if you're starting small, Sony ZV1, Sony ZVE10. Now, this is what I will say. Let's say that you're gonna start off with the Sony ZV1. The Sony ZV1, it is a pocket-sized, and once again, it has a fixed lens. You feel what I'm saying? The lens you get is the lens you get. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a pocket-sized camera with a fixed lens, and it's great for solo creators. If you're trying to do a vlog, or if you're doing like desk setups, I'm telling you, you don't have to think about a lens. All you got to do is just point, shoot, you're good to go. You feel what I'm saying? Now, like I said, if you're trying to take it on another level, but you're still trying to start small, Sony ZV-E10, this is what it looks like. So let me see the top of it. Oh, yeah, I'll let you see the back so you can see that it's really a Sony ZV-E10. Wow, you feel what I'm saying? So that's the Sony ZV-E10. Man, I really like this camera. I like that focus, you know what I'm saying? Now, this is the kit lens too. You feel what I'm saying? Kit lens, Sony ZV-E10. Now, of course, I got the DJI mic too on the top of it, because when I'm out and about, then I just shoot with it. But peep this. Sony ZV-E10 is a step-up camera. You got interchangeable lenses. It has what I call a bigger APS-C sensor. It's more flexible, especially if you're in the studio and you just got a variety of setups. And if you want that blurred background so that your room looking all, buttery smooth, Sony ZV-E10 is the best. Now, these are the first generation. You got what I'm saying? This is Sony ZV-E10 first generation, and this is the ZV-1 first generation. Now, they have a second generation. I don't recommend the second generation. If you're just doing content creation, especially if you're just in the studio and you just cooking up beats, hey, though that's the beginner option. That's just my personal choice, personal preference. You understand what I'm saying? Now, from my perspective, the cameras, they are not easily affordable, but they're pretty affordable. They're very easy to use, and they're perfect for the main goal of creating right now without drowning in menus or having to go to and listen to all these content creators who use all this technical language trying to fool you into, just thinking that they're so intelligent when they're reading from a teleprompter. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, dude, really, man? Look, what happened to the natural videos? Okay, I'm not gonna get on that. I could do a whole nother video about these guys. They just selling you something. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk to you about what I have actually used. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, so now peep this. So now let's say that you don't want to just start off on the mid tier, but you want a good recommendation. Once again, I'm only gonna give you my recommendation. You got what I'm saying? So from that start off, you got the Sony ZV-E10, Sony ZV-1. Boom. That's cool. That's all great. So now if you're trying to take it to a whole nother level, then this is what I recommend. I recommend the A6400 or the A6700. Now, both of these cameras use an APS-C sensor, right? Which means that they're smaller than a full frame camera, but they produce some of the crispiest professional looking video that you can ever get. You feel what I'm saying? Now, okay, here it is. This right here, you see the jingly jangly? Oh man, this right here is, I'm looking for the number on it. This right here is the A6400. This is a legendary camera. You understand? Oh man, I'm telling you, for content creation, this is a legendary, because it is flip up screen. That flip up screen, that did it right there. You feel what I'm saying? I'm telling you, that flip up screen makes it oh my God. Okay, anyway, this A6400 is legendary. And when I say legendary, I'm talking about super legend. Price to performance ratio is out of this world. You feel what I'm saying? Look, it has great autofocus, it has 4K video, and like I said, it got this flippity doodah, this flip up screen. So now if you're doing content creation, if you're doing vlogging, look, you can see what you look like right on the camera. You can put it on a tripod and then You got what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man, it'll take you to a whole nother level. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, so anyway, let me put this thing right. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. So I'm just talking about cameras right now. Look, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Bam. But look, A6400, this is where it's at. Like I said, this is mid-tier. You know what I'm saying? You ain't just starting off, you know what I'm saying? You familiarize yourself with the cameras and all of that. Boom, now you're trying to take it to a different level. You feel what I'm saying? So now, what I consider the next step up, if you ain't gonna get an old school A6400, then the A6400 is more affordable. So now, I think the A6700 is the camera of all cameras. And the reason why I say, now of course I rigged my A6700 out. I got fall focus. I just railings, all this, you know what I'm saying? Cause I shoot it on a tripod. I do this is my run and gun option. You feel what I'm saying? If I'm doing like a regular video, or I'm helping somebody, or if we doing like, you know what I'm saying, some film on location. Look, man, tried and true for me. A6700. Hold on, let me try to get the 6700 in the shot. You see the 6700? Yeah. You see that right there? So I ain't gonna talk about all these accessories. You don't need all these accessories. I promise you, you don't need none of that. You know what I'm saying? What lens is up here? I got the Sigma 18 to 50 millimeter Sigma lens on this 6700. I'm telling you, it is a great running gun for real. You feel what I'm saying? So anyway, 6700. The reason why I like this camera, especially when you apply it to the A6400, is it has a lot of the modern upgrades. It has 10-bit recording, and what that does, it basically give you richer color. You feel what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man, if you try to record with just that good color science, man, you're gonna be like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Damn, it has better heat management. This did not overheat. Now I do have a Ulanzi fan, you know what I'm saying, but I have not had to put it on this 6700, and I'm in Texas, and it's super hot in Texas, and we have 6 of these. You got what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? It's not just, you know, this ain't just what I'm saying. It is what is actually proven from my experience. Everything that I'm talking about in this video right now is what I have really done and what I have seen with my own eyes. You feel what I'm saying? It has an improved autofocus. It has AI or artificial intelligence, like subject recognition. It has some great science inside the camera that make it where when you're looking at whatever you're looking at, it's gonna capture exactly what you need to capture. You feel what I'm saying? That's just, you know, my perspective. Now, if your studio setup includes, let's say, talking head videos or tutorials or client projects where you need reliability and you need flexibility, I'm telling you, nothing is gonna beat A6700 or A6400. And I'm not getting paid to talk about none of these. I'm not these content creators. They didn't send me no cameras for free. We own an actual business. We own actual businesses. We own actual studios, and we use these cameras in the studio. Now, the cameras that you see right here are my own personal cameras, but these are we have multiple of these cameras. So I'm not just talking like these guys do on this YouTube, because these guys are they such salesmen. But anyway, now let's say you're trying to step up into the cinema lines, right? Because you're trying to, look, your beat production. Let's say you got an MPC. Let's say you got an MPC-X. You trying to take it to another level. Let's say you got any MPC product, but you trying to make it look like it's a movie. You feel what I'm saying? You're trying to do it bigger than big. You know, you got this thought in your mind. You got a vision in your mind of where you want to be. You got me. You got exactly where you want to be, and you're thinking in your mind, how do I get to where I want to be visually? Because I'm just talking about the visuals. So since I'm just talking about the visuals, if you're trying to step into that cinema and you're trying to make it look more than a movie, then I'm telling you, this is what I would recommend. I would either recommend FX30, a FX2, or a FX3. That's when you ready to level up. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I got a couple Sony I got a lot of Sony cameras, but I got a couple Canon cameras. The Canon color science, it looks, the color to me looks better, but I'm so invested in the Sony cameras, the lenses, because it's a lot of lens options. I'm not even going to talk about lenses on this video. You got what I'm saying? Once again, I'm not a videographer. I'm not this professional guy that you see on YouTube. I'm telling you what has actually worked for me. You got what I'm saying? So anyway, talking about this cinema line, if I had to recommend something, then I'm definitely going to recommend this right here. If you don't know, this is the FX30. You got what I'm saying? FX30, baby. FX30 is where it's at. That's your entry ticket, right? You got this APS-C sensor, right? But with cinema features, you feel what I'm saying? It has built-in cooling system. It has a dual card slot. It has pro codecs. It has unlimited recording. It has so many different things. You're gonna really love this FX30. It, in my opinion, because it has unlimited recording, if you're doing studio life, it's all you need. Everything else that I just talked about, maybe it would overheat. Maybe. Didn't overheat for me. And I've been using this stuff in the studio in my home studios for a long time. I got 2 home studios. I got 2 different rooms, you know what I'm saying, that I record content in. You know what I'm saying? On a whole lot of channels. You feel what I'm saying? Not just this Studio Life 10X channel. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, like I said, dual card slots, unlimited recording. And I'm telling you, if you want that cinema workflow without breaking the bank, I think that this FX30 is a very solid solution. You feel what I'm saying? Wow. You feel what I'm telling you? You know what I'm saying? Now, FX30 is where it's at. So if you don't if you don't get anything else, FX30, you can make a movie, you can do talking head videos, you could show off your talent on this MPC, you know, so MPCX, it don't matter. I'm telling you, FX30 is where it's at. That's my personal opinion. You got what I'm saying? That's just my humble opinion. You feel what I'm saying? Now, the video, I mean, the lens that I have on this FX30 is a Viltrox 27mm 1.2, and man, when I tell you that lens is a great APS-C sensor, makes everything look, that bokeh or that blurriness in the background, blurry. Oh my God, you be like, oh, what in the world? I'm telling you, on the next video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna record some content, and I'm just gonna show you the sample quality of these cameras. You feel what I'm saying? Because I've used all of them. I personally own them. We own them in various studio environments. You understand? So once again, this is something that I actually have experience with and seen with my own eyes. I'm not just talking. And ain't nobody sending me no cameras for free. You feel what I'm saying? So anyway, now we gonna step up, right? Like I said, we doing this cinema line. So I think, my personal opinion, I think this is the best camera for the current year, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the FX2. Oh, where's the FX2? Bow. You know what I'm saying? This is the FX2. Oh my God, what it do for the FX2. Ooh, look at this FX2. You know what I'm saying? EVF, is everybody angry about this EVF right now. Everybody is angry about this EVF. Look, FX2 full frame camera. You feel what I'm saying? This is the first one that we stepping up to full frame. Now the FX30 I was just talking about, APS-C. You feel what I'm saying? This FX2, it's a full frame camera. That means that it has a full frame sensor. And if you don't know, that means that it'll give you better quality in low light. You feel what I'm saying? It gives you more dynamic range, and it has a great look to it. You feel what I'm saying? That it shoots in 4K and it shoots up to 120 frames per second. You feel what I'm? It's crazy. Now I bought the FX2 with the top handle. So the top handle, it has something called a interface shoe that it can connect into the top of this interface, right? So then you can just plug a microphone right into the top of the handle, and then you can record live on the road. You feel what I'm saying? I'm telling you, it's just crazy right there. I'm telling you. But anyway, audio options are out of this world, and my personal recommendation is that this FX2 right here, it works. It works for filmmaking, it works for YouTube, it works for photography. And the reason why I say that is because the FX2 is the dream hybrid camera. So if you're a content creator and you want any camera that can run and gun, that can do everything, that can take photos, that can take video, that can shoot film, forget what all these other people are saying. I'm just telling you my experience. FX2. Then they just dropped the FX2. You know what I'm saying? It's been out like, I don't know, 2 weeks from recording this video. FX2 is where it's at if you want a hybrid camera that can do running and gunning. So that's my recommendation. So now, if you trying to take it to a whole nother level, you know what I'm saying? If you trying to take it to a whole different level, and what I mean by that, I'm talking about the big brother of that FX2. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the FX3. You feel what I'm saying? It has the same cinema DNA. You got what I'm saying as the FX2. You know what I'm saying? But this is right. This camera right here is specifically designed for video. You feel what I'm saying? And once again, this camera comes with that top handle, and when I tell you, man, if you get the top handle, the XLR audio is built into that top handle, and man, you will definitely be massively impressed with the quality, the sound quality, and the visual quality. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't think everybody should step up to the FX3. I just don't. Now, all these guys who are camera guys and photography guys, they're gonna be like, yeah. They just trying to get you to spend money. No, I don't agree. But this FX3 is a full frame. You know what I'm saying? It got 4K 60 and it don't have a crop on your 4K 60. Now, with the FX2, it has a crop on that 4K 60. You feel what I'm saying? But this camera right here is certified Netflix. You feel what I'm saying? So if your studio is doing commercial projects, short films, client work, I'm telling you, or if you just got this broadcast type of mindset and you're trying to, really do full frame pictures or whatever, then hey man, hey, quit playing. You feel what I'm saying? Pew! That's all I'm saying. If you trying to get your quality on, you trying to tap out beats on this MPC live, bro, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Now, I was getting ready to purchase a A7 right? Now with the A7 IV, I was getting ready to get it, but because I wanted to take photography, because I'm into photography now. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what? I'm about to get me an A7 IV because it's perfect for photography. But the FX2 is getting ready to drop, so I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna get an A7 IV. I'm just gonna get the FX2, and that's what I did. You feel what I'm saying? So for photography and for video, perfect hybrid. So anyway, another camera. This right here. Where is this? Okay, yeah. This right here is the A7S3. Everybody loves this freaking A7S3. And the reason why they love it is because full frame sensor. You got what I'm saying? It has great light sensitivity if you shooting concerts, if you shooting live events, if you're in the studio, and let's say that you don't have the best lights in your studio, which you should have the best lights in your studio. Look, lighting is more important than camera. You feel what I'm saying? It's more important than camera. Don't let anybody tell you different. I'm telling you, you can have the lowest low quality camera, but if you have great lighting, oh my goodness, man, you're gonna be like, ooh. But anyway, what I like about the A7S3 is that it still delivers my 4K that I need. You got what I'm saying? Great quality. So if you're a content creator, most content creators, they always talking about the A7S3. They always talking about the A74. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, the flexibility that you have, you're gonna be like, oh my God, this is just crazy. But the A7S3 is old. This is a A7S3, and the lens is 24 to 70 G master lens, and it's f2.8. That's the aperture on it. You feel what I'm saying? And it'll give you that good separation from your background, good little bokeh. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's bokeh, bokeh, you know what I'm saying? But hey, that blurry background and bokeh, you know, I call it bokeh, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so the choice is up to you. You feel what I'm saying? So let's say you get a ZVE10. Cool. It's flexible. It gives you room to grow. You feel what I'm saying? You're just starting off. It has the interchangeable lenses. But now if you're mid-level and you really super serious and you trying to take it to a whole nother level, then what I recommend, I'm talking about if you're doing studio life, if you're doing a podcast, if you're doing YouTube videos, I think the A6700, because of the color depth, for my liking, the reliability, I'm telling you, and the quality is going to make it where you are future proof. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if you are an individual and you are completely dedicated to the full-time studio grind and you're trying to step up and you're trying to serve these clients, and you ain't just doing stuff just for you on your content creation, you trying to step up, you got customers, you got clients, and you want to do, you know, you're thinking about doing short films, you're thinking about doing little skits, FX30, FX2, of course, depending on your budget. I like both. You got what I'm saying? But like I said, if you're aiming for the top of the top, you know what I'm saying, then I think FX3 would be, where you're trying to stop at. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's the broadcast standard. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I talked about a lot of cameras in this video. The goal is not to buy the fanciest camera. You feel what I'm saying? It's not to buy because look, you got the ZV1 first generation, excellent. You got the A6400 OG classic, great quality. All of these will provide you with 4K quality. You feel what I'm saying? But if you're trying to do different things in the future, then you got to make that choice based on your own research. But I'm telling you my research. You understand? But once again, the ultimate goal cannot be to buy the most fanciest camera just because these content creators say so. You got to buy the camera that removes friction from your creative process. And that's one that's going to help you create more content and not make you second guess every setup. You feel what I'm saying? And you want to be the top of the top. You trying to be the top tier. You feel what I'm saying? Because we are going and we are venturing into a new content creation era where everyone wants to have the best of the best. You feel what I'm saying? No camera is going to make you a filmmaker. No camera is going to make you a real content creator. You understand me? That's your job. You got what I'm saying? But the right camera is going to make the process smoother. It's going to make your workflow faster. And it's going to make your content more consistent. So whether you start with a ZV1 or if you get a, ZVE10, you get the A6700, FX2, FX30, it does not matter what you invest in. What matters most is if you press record, tell your story, tap out those beats, start and grow your studio. You feel what I'm saying? Now look, if you like this type of content, this is what I need you to do. I need you to hit the like button, subscribe to Studio Life, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, man, let me ask you a question. What camera are you leaning toward for your studio? Feel me? Build smart. Be smart about these decisions. I'm gonna talk to you soon.